that on mute. I'm back. First time back in a little bit, man. Wanted to definitely get back into it. A lot of people been hitting me up asking me to get back into it. Just bring more light to some of the people and some of the things going on here in South Jersey. So I wanted to make sure that I jumped on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Roderick Boyd. I'll have on the show today, I'll have Peaky and Coach Wayne. Listen, this show is a little bit different. It's not all about being super political and having everything correct, all right? I like to have fun with it. We have a show that'll be on tomorrow if you guys want to have like more of the numbers from a lot of the games. And Coach Tim McEnany will be on with Mark Tribble. Y'all know Trib, the Hat Man. We have his show here tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here on D2 Sports Network. So make sure y'all tune into that, especially if you're players that watch. Your names do get mentioned in that show, so make sure you guys watch it. But look, man, I'm gonna just start it off by saying this. Look, man, there's a couple things that get me going, and I ran to Walmart today. I wanted to make sure that I had some things for the show today. Had to get some stuff for the house, and man, they're like these young kids today, bro. They tried to check me in Walmart. I'm like, what's going on? They was acting wild and crazy. They was getting on your bull. I guess I'm an old head. They was calling me Unc, OG, and all this other stuff. I couldn't take it, bro. I could not take it. I'm telling you, I almost lost my cool today. But yeah, it was funny, man. It put me in a different space today. I felt like the old grumpy 70-year-old. You know what I mean? Walking around, I'm looking like where their parents at? Like they wilding in here. But it was a little crazy. Nothing crazy happened, but that just struck my nerve today. And the other thing that kind of got me today, I saw the news of St. Joe's. So somebody texted me like, did they quit? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. But I just, my mom taught me, and my dad always taught me, finish what you start, right? If you start a sport, finish the sport. Any club, you start it, you finish it. You know what I'm saying? We don't stop a game short, 2 games short, or whatever. But I hope everything is okay. I hope it's not a case of parents getting on the coaches because they're not winning. I hope that's not the case. But prayers for those kids and coaches out there, man. I know it's been a rough season, and sometimes a lot of things happen that you can't control. But I hope it's not a situation where they just wanted to quit. But that's neither here nor there. That was a part of my little thought process. And the question was, did they quit? I don't think they quit. I think it's some other things that's going on behind the scenes. So I'm not even going to get into that, man. But I thank y'all for tuning in tonight with D2 Sports Network. We should have a really good show. And just to let you guys know, the game of the week this week, we decided we're going to be at Glassboro as they host Woodstown. That's kind of a rematch of last year's game that kind of propelled Glassboro to go on to the state championship. So we will have that game, Glassboro at Woodstown, right here on D2 Sports Network. Make sure y'all tune into that. And yeah, man, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop all the talking, and I'm going to just get to it. I'm trying to, listen, bear with me. I'm trying to get everything together. It's been a little bit, a couple months since I've been doing this. Let me get everything together. I know y'all not here really to see me as much as I want to think y'all here to see me, but I know y'all not here to see me. So, let me see if I could I want to bring up my comment section first before I bring up our guests, because I want to make sure we give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you would like to. I thought I had some other things for this, but let me see. Where my chat at? I need to chat. There we go. We got the chat. We got about 4 thumbs up. Hey man, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please. That helps us out. That helps the algorithm, so you guys get to see everything that we're doing. Go ahead, hit that like button for me. Got the comment section up. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna bring up our first guest tonight. This guy. The reason why I wanted to have this guest on was because I've watched what he's been doing for a couple years now. I'm in the Camden County area, but I pay heavy attention to what's going on in Atlantic County, Ocean, all of those different places. I don't like to just only focus on the area that I'm in. I like to travel and get out. And I've been watching them for a couple years. So this year is really special. And we'll kind of get into that story a little bit, but listen, man, he's turning it up. He's turning it up, and it's been a slow grind for him. And I wanted to make sure that I had him on. And without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up. Let's see. How do I do this? Listen, bear with me, y'all. Hope everything go right. I've been practicing all day trying to get it right. But let's get to it, man. I want to welcome on the show Peaky. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up, my guy?
Yeah, my bad. I'm working on different systems. I had to turn it up. So how you doing, man? How's everything been going? I know it's been a crazy week after the week that you just produced last week. So how's everything been going for you?
Everything been going good. I mean, we on a bye week right now, so just all still making sure we ready for the playoffs right now. Honestly,
Yeah, man. I've been like I told heard you probably heard me on the intro, but I've been watching you for a while. You know, you guys came out and participate in our 7-on-7 this year, and you guys fell to Winslow in the championship. But throughout that game, I was watching how you were commanding the offense, just different things, and I can honestly say, seeing you then and then seeing you now over the last couple weeks, you've been getting a lot better. What have you been doing to kind of you know build out on what you started in the summertime?
definitely. Well, in the summertime, it was just me first getting back at quarterback, so I was still a little nervous.
Hmm.
But throughout the weeks and things like that, my teammates have stuck with me, and we've always been staying together. So just now, my confidence is up now, so we good.
Yeah, for sure. And you're definitely in a different position because the quarterback that you guys had last year was Broadway Joe. He had a pretty good career down there at Atlantic City, and he put up some pretty good numbers. So, once you're taking over or, moving into a spot where somebody has some success, there's always some pressures that come with that, right? So people look at what he did, and they always want to assume that you're going to be the same type of guy. How has your transition into the quarterback role been from, you listen, I'm gonna say this. We act like we don't hear what people talking about on the outside, but you hear it from the people in the stands and things like that. So how has that transition been for you?
The transition been good. I mean, thank you to my teammates, thank you to my coaches. Everything's been still good. I mean, a lot of pressure, but Joe taught me some things last year, knowing that I'll more than likely be a quarterback this year. So it just was definitely just staying with the progress and making sure that I stay on top of everything I need to work on throughout the off season. So I've been good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just tell you this, man. Once I put out that we was gonna have you on, my inbox been going crazy, man. I don't know. You got a cult following down there. It comes from the midget program, and that's why I first saw you. How was the? I'm going back a little bit, but how was that? Growing up in AC, playing ball out there. How would you equate that? Did you have fun? I know you played with Cup and some other guys growing up. So how has that been playing with guys that you played with on the youth level, and now you finishing out your high school career with those same guys?
It's always been good. I mean, we always was with each other since we all went to school together, all that stuff.
Hmm.
So going to high school with them definitely is fun. It's very it's very sentimental. Like sad
Hmm.
that it's our last year, but definitely want to go out with a championship. So it's been good this whole year. It's been good the past couple of years. So definitely fun.
Yeah, man, you're getting. So I'll tell you this: once you graduate, you become an OG, you become an old man, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna look back on some of your time coming up. So what's one of your most memorable moments? Playing youth football down in Atlantic City.
Um, Most memorable moment was probably sixth grade championship,
Hmm.
Dolphins versus Northfield.
Hmm.
Definitely, because we was going into that game, we lost to them in the regular season, so it was definitely like everybody was there. It was packed. It's a big game, so we came out with the win. So It was great, great feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun, man. I'm gonna tell you, as you get older, you're definitely gonna start looking back on some of those days. I'm a guy that grew up in Camden playing for the Centerville Symbols, and I go back to some of the championship days that I had, and wish I could go back. You know what I mean? It's like those were the times of walking to practice with your helmet and your shoulder pads, and you put on the helmet, you got the bobblehead and all of that. But you progressed and you're doing your thing down in Atlantic City. And what you're doing is kind of opening up eyes, right? So I wanted to make sure that we had somebody on that didn't just jump on the field and have like a whole bunch of success. I'm not saying you didn't have success early on, but this year it's a testament to how much you work. I see how much you work on the basketball court as well. So who kind of taught you that work ethic? Where did you get that from of just getting to it and grinding?
My parents, because I grown up seeing my parents do the things that they do, always seen them always work for whatever they have. So it's definitely always been work for whatever you want. So it's always since I was little, I've always had to work for whatever I want. So
Right. And I'll say that any coaches out there, I know a lot of coaches, so I'm gonna send this to some of the coaches as well. You are a well-spoken young man. Like sometimes I come across, kids and it's like pulling teeth trying to get them to speak well when they're on camera, and you already off to a great start. So it shows that your upbringing has been pretty good. But being quote unquote undersized, right? Especially at the quarterback position. How is your recruiting going? And what are some of the schools, or who are some of the schools that have been you've been in contact with?
recruitment been good. Very just being patient, to be honest. But I've been in contact with like Marist College,
Mm.
Monmouth, um, Villanova, Dale State, um, University of Penn, a few other schools. Can't really think, but it's been mostly all defense. Like it's always been defense. I've never heard anything about quarterback yet so far, I should say.
Right. So I was asking you that because that's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume. I could see you playing two different positions at the next level. I could see you in the secondary for sure. You can play out there. You're a ball hog. You come up, you're physical. And then I could see you playing a slot position as a receiver. I say that because you're shifty and you tend to try, you like the way that you run, you force defensive backs to tackle you. And a lot of times the DBs they don't want to tackle somebody running full steam at them. So I definitely could see that as like the offensive side of the ball. Are you open to playing like the slot receiver or running back position?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to play whatever. I mean, I
Mhm.
did it. Last year I played wide receiver a little bit. Sophomore year I played wide receiver a little bit. So I've always been down to play whatever helps the team. To be honest.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to go ahead and put this up on the screen. Cut my head off. Oh, I got the wrong camera on there. Hold on one second. But I wanted to put this up on the screen so you guys get to see exactly what he's doing right now with playing a quarterback position. He's almost at 2,000 yards passing, 25 passing TDs, all of that. Like he is doing his thing. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys got an opportunity to see that, right? Sometimes we have guys on and you guys really don't know who they are, but he's really stacking up some numbers. Like last week, I was looking at that game and I'm going, hold on now. I was asking myself if I was reading the stats correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and say some of the stats and some of the things that you did last week. In last week's game, if I'm not mistaken, you had 394 yards passing.
Yeah.
That's not a typo, is it?
Nah, that's official.
Yeah. So I played quarterback at the high school level as well. Like I know what it's like to feel like you on one today. So coming into that game, did you have the thought process of, hey man, this is going to be one of those games where I'm gonna really turn it up? Or did it kind of come to you throughout the game where you kind of feeling it? What was going on?
Definitely just came to me, to be honest. I mean, it was senior night. A lot of people was there, so we all was hyped. So definitely just came to me, to be honest.
Yeah. Now I know. You was in the huddle, like, yo, we running it up. Come on, give me a little insight. What was going on in the huddle? Would you telling the coach,
once
hey
we,
man, run it again?
I mean, once we seen that some stuff was open, I mean, it definitely was like, let's come
Mhm,
back to it so we can get like run the score. I mean, Hamilton not never going to say nothing about a bad team, good coaching staff. So I mean, but we noticed that we had open things, so we just
mhm.
attacking them. To be honest.
Yeah. So, some coming into the season, now we're at the end of the season. You have a bye week before playoffs and things like that start. Did you have any goals that you set for yourself coming into the season? And then we'll get to the team. I kind of know what the team goal is, but what were some of your goals coming into the season?
I had a team goal. I mean, well, my goal for myself was definitely 1,000 passing, 1,000 rushing. That was one of my goals coming in. And then
Mm-hmm.
once I was able to set that, I wanted to get 2,000 passing, 1,000 rushing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get plus 5 interceptions. Right now, I'm at 4. So I
Okay.
mean, the goals that I set is definitely coming together. Definitely showing that I worked hard in the summer to get these.
Yeah, for sure, man. And anybody that's out there that is going to be in the Atlantic City area, you guys, I don't want to speak, but have you guys got your who you're going to play yet?
Nah, we don't know. We know we find out Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, we do some brackets and stuff behind the scenes to kind of do projections. So I didn't want to speak before put something out there that wasn't going to be necessarily true. But I want to wish you all the success, man. Is there anything that you want to tell the world out there that's listening to you right now?
Just be ready to see what we about to put out in this playoffs.
And
That's
I
it.
I want to say this too, man. I watched that Atlantic City Millville game. That game was a lot closer than what it was. You get what
What
I'm
it
saying?
was,
You
yeah.
guys were hanging around, some things happened, but that's one I'm not going to say that you guys should have won, but that was one of those ones. If you go back and watch it,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. I went down in the second quarter. I mean, that felt. I felt that one honestly.
Yeah, but ain't nothing you could do about injuries though.
Yeah, nothing I could do. I mean, just move past it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so coming into the playoffs, what's some of your team goals moving forward before the playoffs start? What are you guys thinking? What's going on down there in
Team
AC
goal.
land?
Our team goal definitely to win
Mm-hmm.
every round. I mean, right now we're focused on the first round. We focus on practice, make sure we get better every day. So we just want to make sure we get past every round, make it to the championship, and our team goal as a final is definitely win the state championship. We want to win. We want to bring one back home. So
Yeah. So Atlantic City, man, I could say like what you guys have done in the last 4 years. You guys have really brought Atlantic City back up. And Atlantic City's always had really good talent. Some years they were down. People looked at them as an easy win, but you guys have kind of changed that culture there over the last couple years. So if I don't get to talk to you before your season end, I want to tell you congratulations on your career. You've done, you've stepped in and done a tremendous job taking over the quarterback role. Best of luck to you guys moving forward in the playoffs, and I'm gonna see you basketball season, but this is football season. So congratulations on the season that you guys have had moving forward, and tell everybody where to follow you on your socials.
yes, sir. Thank you first. Thank you for everybody coming on here. My social, everything is my first name, Khajuan _. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, things like that. So thank y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks for jumping on with me, Peaky. I call you Peaky, man. Listen,
Yeah,
I know we supposed to be, you know, straight up and down, but this is a different type of feel. I want people to come on and have fun and be loose. So if y'all don't know, he's when you hear Peaky in the stands, that's who they're talking about. All right.
yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That was Peaky. I want to thank him for coming on. Just wanted to give you a little insight. That young man had a tremendous game last week, 394 passing yards. He had an interception in that game as well. He's listen, man. It's some kids around that I really like, and he's one of those kids that I really like. I really enjoy talking to him once I'm around him when it comes to basketball or football. He's a great young man. So, thanks, Speaky, again for jumping on. And without further ado, man, we got our second guest in. Listen, we're about to get into it. Our second guest is Coach Wayne. I don't even know if he liked to be called Coach Wayne, but it is what it is. Before I bring him on, I got to go in. I got to make some changes. I don't know if I could do this on the fly. I got to put this in preview mode, so you guys get to see me. Listen, man, I'm working by myself. I'm a one-man gang, but we want to make this thing happen. But our next guy coming on, man, he's another guy. Like I said, I don't really necessarily like to bring on the quote-unquote easy people to bring on. I want to bring on people that, have a little bit of story with them. We're going to get a little bit deep into his story and what they're doing right now. So I'm just going through all of this, making sure we good to go, and then I'm going to bring him up. All right, bet. Back to live mode. All right, without further ado, drum roll, please. Do I got a drum roll? I might have a drum roll. I don't. Yeah, I messed that one up. Oh, well, I messed that one up. So, yeah, I thought I had a drum roll. But without further ado, Coach Wayne, what's going on, Coach?
Man, what's going on? What's going on? I can't even see you on this thing.
You can't see me?
Nah, I don't
Did you
know,
hit
but it's cool though.
Did you hit the two arrows? You should be able to see the whole broadcast.
Man, it's cool. I got it on my phone. We rocking.
All right, cool. Listen, Coach Wayne, I just want to say, man, congratulations on the season that you guys are having right now.
For sure.
It's been a thrill to watch on the backside. I'll say that. Like sometimes, when you're in the mix as a coach, you don't get to enjoy what's going on. But I'm gonna tell you, from outside
Right.
looking in, we're definitely enjoying what you guys are doing.
Man, I appreciate it. It's not me. It's my coordinators, man. It's my offensive coordinator, Kwashi Jeter. He's from down that way too, the Atlantic
Mhm.
City area. And then my defensive coordinators, Demrick Cook and Nazir Streeter. They putting in all the work, man. I'm just putting people in the right position and just, reaping the benefits of it, I guess.
Listen, man, you can't undercut yourself. Listen, let me just say this. There's a lot of coaches out there. They get the head coaching position and they hire the wrong guys. So
Yeah,
one of
but
the most important thing about being a head coach is having a right support system around you. And you've
yeah,
done a
but it's
great
also
job
a
at
lot
that.
of head coaches. It's a lot of head coaches too that just, we forget to highlight our assistant coaches.
Mhm.
Everybody just thinks it's just the head guy every single time doing everything. Nah, you got to have great assistants, man. Like being a head coach is stressful. You know what I mean? It's not like picking up NCAA and then you just making these couple decisions and roster changes. Now, it's a lot that kind of goes into it.
Mhm.
And just having such a strong staff like I do, but those guys, man, it's been amazing. So I just want to make sure I highlight them. You know what I mean? Because shoot, without them, there is no me. Flat out, man. Like, listen, they my coaching staff, I love those guys to death. They like brothers. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like my oldest coach right now that's like on pay is my assistant head coach is Dem. He's 33. So we're just
Right.
a whole bunch of just snotty nosed kids just running around coaching. But we make it fun, man. We make it fun.
You definitely do. And one thing that I've noticed, is a lot of the players. They tend to give you a lot of respect. They tend to they show that they're actually enjoying what's going on right now. And you could kind of
Mhm.
tell this is a little gem, man. Once I flipped to this whole media side, I was able to see certain things that I wasn't able to see as a coach.
Right.
Just how they post, when they post, what the titles of the post are. All of those
Mhm.
things can kind of tell you what's going on with the team and the kids. They look like they're definitely following what you guys are putting down.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a Like, listen, it's cliche. Every coach, no matter where you go, is gonna say, "Hey, we got a family tradition, culture." Nah, like if if anybody that's around my guys, it could be from anybody that is taking pictures or making videos of our guys. They're all gonna say the same thing. Like it's different on our side.
Hmm.
because it's, while, we have the success of winning, nobody's heads getting too big. We still are the goofy little bunch. Like you've seen on my Instagram story, like Bryce Clark wearing a big helmet and big shoulder pads
Right.
tackling
Right.
the little donut. Like that's still us, man. Because I think a lot of people just lose sight of stuff and just make football stuffy. Like it doesn't need to be stuffy. Like it's
Hmm.
still a kid's game, and you just gotta still have fun with it. Like I'm the head coach, and I still find ways to make fun or poke at some of my kids every single day to kind of like, because like when you think of a head coach, you just think of somebody stuffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no having fun. You walk in the room, everybody shut up. No, that's not me at all, man. Like I walk in the room, you just hear my kids screaming my name, Wayne, Wayne, Wayne. Like they're just going all crazy. It's literally like I'm like coming home, and it's like I'm coming home to my own kids sometimes. Like you
Hmm.
just see how excited they are to see us and be around us. So it's fun right now, man. It's infectious.
Right. And I mean, I'm just looking at some of where you guys came from. First year, and you guys were 3-7, kind of
Whew,
just going through
Jesus.
the motions, and I'm sure it was some long nights. You know what I mean? It
Yo,
was some.
listen. I think that year I lost the most sleep I've ever had. Besides having the kid right now, I'm trying to tell you, those were the oof, listen. We were just getting abused. After that 68 nothing game that Timber Creek did to us, I was like, you.
Right. Right.
Am
Yeah.
I am I in am I in over my head right now? But
Yeah.
we kind of we kind of got it together, you know what I mean, bit by bit. But like I looked at it like this, man. I inherited a program, like I always tell people, I inherited a program when I first walked in there with 10 kids. Like
Hmm.
you're not gonna beat Camden's, Timber Creek's, Haddon Heights, Haddonfield with 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you kind of got to grow
Hmm.
and get your program to. So I was able to kind of grow and get my guys. You know what I mean? Get the roster up a little bit, and boom, So now we're here. Like they just had to understand, like, yo, listen, we're gonna take lumps. You know what I mean? We're gonna take bumps and bruises. We're gonna get abused. But the
Hmm.
following year, we just gotta make sure that we're a tight group. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they kind of bought in. They bought into the mantra, the plus one mantra, and we've been rolling ever since.
Listen, and the other part of that is that you are, like, you spoke to the youngest, the oldest coach is 33 years old, I believe you said, right? So when
Yeah.
you look at that, you're a young coach. Then the
Hmm.
other side is you're, you played there. So
Yep.
it's a lot. That's a lot of pressure coming in of, taking over that early on. What were some of your, the things that were going through your head about taking this job and the pressures of it?
Um, just taking the job in the beginning, I'm like, wow, like
Mhm.
it's kind of like it was just weird. It's almost like someone was writing a story. Like, think about this. Put yourself in my shoes. Anybody in here can kind of close their eyes and think like this. You're coaching against this team a couple months prior. You beat them 55 nothing. They got like a couple little kids running around over there, and you want to change the scenery to bring your homies. You interview for a while, and things are coming down to the wire, finalists for a couple jobs. Then the home opens back up, and you go for the interview. You tell them everything that you want to be able to do. You want to bring back tradition and winning, and then you get it. So now these same kids that you just trounced, they're just looking at you like, yo, you're my head coach now. So it's kind of weird. It was like almost like, wow, it was like almost like poetic. So
Mhm.
like our whole thought process was just be better than we were last year. Like that's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing we can
Right.
look forward to. I wasn't here for the prior years. I'm sorry, guys, but I want to be better than we were last year. So it's like we just used that as a measuring spoon. So we were able to be 3-7, and I'm like, okay. Told my guys, at the end of the season, raise your hand if you think 3-7 is good enough. I was
Mhm.
hoping nobody raised their hand. You know what I'm saying? Nobody raised their
Mhm.
hand though, so we were good. So I'm like, all right, bet. We just got to make sure that next off season, we got to take this serious. I know I got the job late. I got the job in March. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like when you
Mhm.
really like, I'm not using a lot of excuses for this, but
Right.
I got the job March, I think 26th. It was announced,
Mhm.
like, and then it's like, okay, so now here you get the keys, and you got to go find kids to come, and you got to rebuild this roster and get ready to open up with Timber Creek. So it was a lot.
Yeah.
So it was like, just trying to just get where we got to go. and fast. It's like it's no waiting. We're Camden
Mhm.
Catholic. Even though the brand has diminished over the past couple years with the several head coaches over several years, we still got to figure out a way to make them CCs mean something. So we just take a step by step approach, and I just think it's paying dividends.
Listen, you're talking about the history of Camden Catholic, and I'm gonna just speak to some of the people that I know that I give respect to. But they had guys that I grew up with, like Jimmy Howard, playing there. He played at UMass and wound up getting a little bit at the Dallas Cowboys and played a little bit over in the Canadian Football League. And then some of the guys that I've coached have gone there. Marcus Coleman, you got your Anthony Townsends, your Demary Pettigrews, your Kool-Aids. You know
Kool-Aid,
what I mean?
yeah,
It's a
Kool-Aid, my
long list of
boy.
guys, man, that
Yeah,
that
not for
have
sure.
come through that program that were really good players, and you played
Hmm.
alongside of some of those guys.
Yeah.
So how has the response been from the alumni towards what you're doing? Because I see the pictures, I see them out there. They videoing the hot dogs and burgers and t-shirts, all types of stuff y'all got going on. I
Yeah,
see it.
I mean, listen, man, the reception is the reception is pretty good. Like, it's
Hmm.
it's the first time I think I can't even tell you in how long that an alumni is at the helm. Like majority of our programs that are good, they got alum at the helm. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? So it's just like kind of like almost like a standard that came to Catholic. If you want to be good, you got to kind of be from there because you understand the school, you understand
Hmm.
what they want and everything. So it's like that. The alum have been amazing. We're trying to get a little thing going together Wednesday at PJ's, to kind of just reach our hands back out and touch some of those guys and let them know that we haven't forgot about you. I think that's what's been lost
Right.
in the last couple of years because it's like we got to figure out a way what's going to bring these kids back, and
Hmm.
that's been my main thing to think about. What's going to bring the kids back and what's going to bring the previous generations back? Because, I graduated there, 2010. And I think I told, like I was saying there, I only been back to probably like a couple football games if I wasn't coaching. So what can
Hmm.
we do to bring those guys back? So it's just getting that community engagement back in from our alum, playing, and honoring some of them, for some of the things that they've been able to do and help,
Hmm.
perpetuate this program.
And what you just said, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this today and even, have been doing it for the last couple of years. When my son went away to college, it was one thing he said to me. He was like, Dad, without your page, I wouldn't know what's going on at Timber Creek. I wouldn't know what's going on at, certain schools. So, just hearing that was kind of the fuel for us to kind of kick up, make sure that we can get as much coverage as we possibly can. And getting back to, just throwing events and having kids come out and, getting their names out there. It's a whole lot that goes behind the visibility and drawing people back. It's not easy because, like you just said, hey, you got a kid now. So it's different. So the responsibility is a lot different. You can't just run out of the house and go to a football game and leave your wife with the kid, or
Listen,
listen, that's the
I'm
mm.
catching straight. I'm catching strays right now. It's her birthday tomorrow, and we got practice. So it's like, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So
hey,
it's,
that's a tough
hey,
one. I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you what I told my wife. See, this was 2006 when we first met, start
Hmm.
dating. Luckily, it was based around some football people. So it was like that was the conversation. Hey, listen, when's your birthday? August 2nd. Yes, okay. You try to make
Lucky.
sure that football
Listen,
season is carved out and you'll be okay. But you got to treat her
I,
good in
I
the off season.
I'll put it to you like this. Thank God that the playoffs, the non-public playoffs, don't fall around this week. Because listen, if they fell around this week, I'm cooked. I'm done. See, look, this
Mm.
is a prime example. Like, look at the comment section now. Like, you see my kids. This is what they do. You see all that. Like, this is what they do
Yeah,
all the time. Like, this is just that's the culture of my kids. Like, you could just see them in here. I see you guys. Hello, hi. I'm
that's
see you
fire.
guys tomorrow.
So
But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, now you were speaking to it, man, and some of the kids in the comment section and on our show that we do on Wednesday with Mark Tribb and Coach McEnany, you pop in every now and then. it's a
Yeah,
couple guys that
I'm
we,
there I'm there every week, man.
yeah, I
I
see
gotta
it.
listen to what y'all saying. I gotta hear it, man. I gotta see if we finally get talked about.
Right.
Listen, we listen though. Y'all go like this: Camden Catholic, Namir Daly, Mike Moritz, and such, and then okay.
Yeah.
Then it's the Penshaken talk here, something
Yeah.
like that, man. Maybe
They,
look, we just gotta keep winning though. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a soundbite next
but
time.
that's the great part about it because it's a couple names like I was Gary say that constantly pop up. You know, Bryce
Mm.
Clark has been absolutely phenomenal this year. You know,
Mighty Mouse.
we've you know, featured a couple of his videos and things like that on the show to showcase what he's been doing. And then you're running back. Like there, I mean, it's you have more guys. Like I'm not gonna run down 25 names, but you have legitimate about, you know, 5 or 6 Division 1 caliber type players right now on, and some of them are young. So, you know, the biggest thing that I've noticed that you've been able to do is keep them because it's not easy to keep kids after they've lost 60 to 7. It's like, you know, that ride home with the parent is kind of like, look, man, what we doing, bro? You you know what I mean? So you've been able to keep them. So what's been the special sauce for you to keep the guys after you know, going through what they've been going through?
Just treating it like it's a family. Like like again, like it's everyone's a family from my athletic director to my president to my principal to my kids in the comment to the
Mm-hmm.
parents now, like to my coaches. Like they just they make sanity in this crazy world that is coaching. You know what I mean? It's so easy to lose sight of everything. Everybody's a critic, everybody's an armchair quarterback. You know what I mean? Like everyone's dad is the best, that has the best insight on how to call high school football games in the
That's a
world.
fact.
But it's just like you just gotta tune out all that noise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's You gotta kind of find and go to places sometimes where you can enjoy that quiet. But to answer back to your question about keeping the kids, it's just like having them seeing, like they emulate what they see. I'm a big believer in that. Your kids emulate who their head coach is. You know what I mean? Like if I'm stuffy, these guys are gonna be stuffy. If I'm flying off the handle, those guys in the comments are gonna fly off the handle.
Mm-hmm.
But like they see how goofy and how we interact like with as coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes like I have my players like, we get ready to break it down. I'm like, I run and go chase and hug Coach Dem, and they'll all just break and try to go chase Coach
Yeah.
Dem or hug him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like little goofy things, and they see how close we are, like as a team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as a coaching staff, so it makes them want to be close. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they be like, well, like I talk. They be like, well, you talk to your coaches all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the car ride home talking to them and Q right now.
Right.
Or I'm playing Nas and NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like even still, like, all right, we coaches or whatever, but we still try to, you know what I mean, keep everything together because the closer we are, the better it is.
So let me ask you, who are the guys that kind of get things going for you guys? You always have those team leaders who, once they go, everybody else follows what they're doing. So who's kind of been some of the team leaders for you guys?
So like just offensively, I can say Mike, our quarterback Mike. Game day Mike is is different
Mm-hmm.
from everyday Mike. Game day Mike is a competitor. Like he's been playing out of his mind this year. I think this is the first time he's thrown for 1,000 yards. I think it's the first time we've had a 1,000-yard passer in about 4 years.
Mm.
So, he's finally reached that pinnacle. So, I mean, he demands a lot from the guys on offense. Him and Sean Weldy, demand a lot from those guys on offense. And on the defensive side of the ball, it's honestly like a collective. Like, you got, Joel, you got Sean Weldy, you got Bryce Clark, you got JC, Tory, Lil T Bird, even though when he's not being hyper, Lil
Yeah.
T Bird will chime in sometimes too, Sean O'Reilly. So they kind of all like, our team is, it's like, yeah, you have like certain people that, step up as the pseudo leaders that talk a lot, but by and large, a lot of those kids, they just all want the same thing from one another.
Hmm.
They just want to keep pushing each other. They want to, score as many points as they possibly can make as many tackles as they possibly can, and then celebrate with one another. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen in all my years of coaching and playing a closer team. Even some of my good teams at Camden Catholic, I felt like we weren't as close as these guys. I can't get them to go home. Practice ends at 6 o'clock. I'm trying to tell you, I'm probably there till 8 o'clock because
Mm.
somebody want to be in there talking or they want to be in there playing in the locker room. Like they don't go home. They
Hmm.
don't go home.
Yeah.
See, Wagyu, yeah, okay. Yo, let me shout out Wagyu. Shouts out to Wagyu. Here you go. See what I mean? Like it's just like it doesn't
Hmm.
like these are like they're fun. They're funny kids, man. Because it's like that 7-0 is because of them. Honestly, like they make practice enjoyable. They make the games enjoyable. They even make the winning enjoyable. So yeah, it's all them, man.
So you have a player that just picked up an offer from Temple, Josh Collier.
3 of them,
3
players.
picked them up.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Ooh, listen. I was working. I missed the retweets. I got to go back and
Okay,
look at them. But go ahead. Can you speak
okay.
to that? That's a testament to what you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, it's just their hard work. I listen. Every last one of them know. Well, we got 4 kids currently with D1 offers, if you include Sean Weldy, going to Nova. It's they got to work hard. I'll put you in the positions. I'll bring the college coaches to you guys. You guys got to work hard. You can't I want to change the rhetoric. Like I love all my guys over the bridge, Tom Sugden, and the rest of those guys over there. But we got to close down the bridge, man. We got to keep our kids home.
I
Some of
like
those
that.
kids that you see make those crazy numbers, they all are kids. You know what I'm saying? They're all our kids. So it's like, come on, let's keep some of them home. Let's play for some of these traditional teams and see how things could go. You know what I mean? Everyone always wants to talk crap about New Jersey football, but people love picking and taking from us. We close the bridge. We keep them kids over here, man. I guarantee you everything else will kind of go the way it goes. But I mean, hey, to each his own. Like everyone, go where you go where you go. Go where the fit is.
Hmm.
But it's like I want to start keeping some of them kids over here. So that's part of the reason why I took this job as well. Let's figure out a way to close the border a little bit. Keep our kids home. You know what I mean? Like put that green and white on. Why not? You know what I mean?
Sheesh,
Like
that's a hot topic. He talking heavy
why
right
not?
now. I love it though.
Why
I
not?
love it. And we do some Roman Catholic games, so we see some of the guys from Jersey that are over there playing, and
Yeah.
they're
I mean,
doing
listen,
very well.
I love it. I love
Hmm.
it. I mean, because it's just they're all over the place, basically saying the same thing that I'll stand on the table for. If my coaches are here watching, they know it. I keep trying to tell them, if you watching this, you know it. Jersey football is better right now than Pennsylvania football. They take
Mm.
from over here to go over there. You can't count West PA. That's Ohio. Okay, you can't West PA. That's Ohio. Wave probably in here watching too.
Yeah.
If you got your shades on, I hope you hear what I'm saying.
Talk heavy. I love it. But yeah, coach, man, you guys have been doing a tremendous job. Just keep it up. Playoffs are getting ready to come. I got listen to all the guys from Catholic that have been hitting us up in the inbox asking us to come out to y'all game. I've been trying to figure out which one to come out to. Next week, I know you guys play on a Wednesday, I believe it is. Possibly. Is that true? I don't know.
No
Possibly.
comment right now.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. My bad. I let the cat out the bag. But listen, hit me up. We if it's one of those, we gonna get out because they've earned it. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that we
Let's
can do what we got to do to showcase kids who are putting in the hard work and coaches.
let's do
So
it. And
so
then you got to interview my offensive coordinator because he keep ducking the smoke. He keep trying to run away from doing interviews. He can't keep hiding. So if we do a good enough job, God willing, he got to get the mic in his face.
okay, all right, all right. So who do you guys have this week? Or do you is I'm just trying to. Is it a bye week? It's an off week. All right, I got you. I got you. I tried. I'm doing my job. I'm working over here.
I, listen, man, I like the painting in the background. I think the painting It's real nice. It's a real nice painting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But nah, Wayne, listen, man. Again, thank you for all the support that you've given to us as well. You opened up the doors for us to do our events there this year. I think that the dates were off with a camp or something. But
man.
listen,
You
man,
you you broke my little heart, man. I was crying. You
it was
guys
on.
decided to
Listen,
go to my
you
division rival in West Deptford to have your 7-on-7. I was highly upset with you. We're gonna have to
don't
talk about this off
don't
camera. I
don't,
am
don't
nope.
tell
I
me
am
that was
upset
my
with you.
fault. What happened
You
over
should
there?
you should have waited. I told you just wait. Let's find another date. You ain't want to wait. You're being
Nah,
impatient.
yeah, nah. We'll make sure that we tap in and get back on track and work together. You guys have again opened up your facilities to us and everything that we needed to, make sure that we had a good event and that, ultimately, listen, I'm here to work. I'm here to help anybody that wants to work with us. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it is. We aren't we're a little bit different type of media company. I think people try to put you in a box, but it's a different day and age, man. A lot of print media, a lot of people aren't watching, so we're trying to blend the two, right? We're trying to do some
Nah, for sure.
creative things and things like that. We have some new shows that are getting ready to come, and I read the comments and I listen too. So that's listen, you're a main reason why I'm back because we put it out there and you say, hey, we got to get more, more shows, more features with coaches and players. So we used to do it, but we kind of got away from it. We getting back into it though. But I want to thank you
Nah,
for that
keep
though.
Nah, keep this up, man, because I just think it's an outlet for a lot of coaches to kind of just talk about stuff. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like as a
Hmm.
coach, sometimes you just gotta bottle up a lot, good and bad. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think it's just great insight for a lot of us to just be on here and able to talk ball, be a
Hmm.
little bit of ourselves because sometimes when we talk, it just has to be stuffy. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But
Right.
well, not me. This is me all the
Yeah.
time. But I think it's great. Like I said, man, I think you should expand this too, man. Start talking to a lot of those coaches, assistant coaches as well, man. Because
Hmm.
like I said, man, they go to a lot of these programs and they just in the background. They just
Right.
background dancers. You know what I mean? They look cool. They got
Hmm.
the little fire Instagram post, but you probably never know who they are when you see them
Right.
on the
Right.
street. I
Right.
think we need to, highlight them a little bit more too, because look, they put a lot of time into this as well. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
football, you're taking time away from your moms, your dads, your wives, your kids. You know what I mean? To game plan. Like think of like a lot of parents and kids don't understand. Like, yo, game planning. I'm taking time out of my day every single day. On top of working and coaching, I'm taking hours that I could be playing video games, being a better father, being a better husband to make sure you guys win.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that type stuff. You just,
That's for sure. And now, listen, and the thing I just want people to understand is that from the media side, like I really didn't understand it. Right? You just see the guys
Mhm.
out there after the game, they interviewing you or they taking your picture or doing a video. I didn't understand the process of it. There's a lot that goes into it: preparing questions, reading, studying, watching everything that's going on. There's so many kids out here that it's hard for me. I'm terrible with names. Listen, I don't even call my some of my family members by their names. Listen, nicknames stick well with me, but it's kind of hard sometimes bouncing around week to week trying to cover so many schools and so many teams. But those guys that are out there, we just need the support, man. If people are going to support it, come in, give us the likes, comment and interact with us for sure. It makes guys continue want to do what we're doing right now. So, yeah, man, everybody in the comment section, salute. I know there's some guys out there that I personally know. Um, and T Bird, he's one of the guys that we've seen come through our camp. And so you've been able to continue to grow with that. And you have a lot of kids that are the buzz is out there. So just keep whatever you doing, whatever y'all doing, just keep it going, man. Much success. Much luck in the upcoming playoffs. You guys, I mean, I'm just looking at it. I don't know if it's official yet, but you might get a bye the first week. I'm not sure 100%. You might.
Come on, man.
You might.
Come on, man.
We
Listen,
talk.
man.
We in a group chat talking. I could be wrong. But I think you guys are right there to get a bye. So
I mean, it looked good on paper, but you just got to understand that public is done in the light and
oh
non
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
done in the dark. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's for sure. That's for sure. Listen, man. We definitely want you guys, whoever you guys play, especially anybody up north, like. We need one. We you know what I mean? Like we're going to support and do what we can to help you guys moving forward.
yeah.
Any way to
I
beat any
mean,
of them
listen.
dudes up there.
Speaking of moving forward, we're gonna have a shocker on the schedule next year. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that little head nod before,
Okay,
so you know
okay,
before
okay.
anybody else. We're
All
gonna have
right.
a
I ain't
shocker.
going to mess up this time with that information.
You talking
I ain't
about
gonna-
speaking up north? Next season, I think we gotta. It's gonna turn a lot of heads.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll talk to you off mic, but we're working on some things behind the scenes as well. So Coach Wayne, the entire Irish family football team program, congratulations on the season that you guys have had. I know you guys still have games to be played, but like I said to Peaky, Coach, if I don't get to see you before,
Nah, no, boo.
congratulations.
We ain't saying that. You about to see me.
Okay,
You gotta see me. Since you
okay.
didn't give me my 707, you gotta come see me.
We in there. Just let me know. Just let me know. But thanks for giving me a little bit of your time, man. You know, you've always been there, so thank you for coming up today.
I think
Anything,
I gotta.
let everybody know where they can find you if you want to say anything as well.
You can find me Twitter, Twitter and Instagram at HFC Gilliam. And to that last question, in the comments, no comment.
This one. Oh, I think I messed it up. Did I mess it up? Hold on. I think I want to pull it up because I saw the laughing emojis too. I was going to bring it up, but I'm like, I don't
Huh?
know. This one
Listen,
is
man.
that the one?
Listen, no
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, I got you. So, but nah, thanks again, man. And we'll definitely talk sometime within the next couple of hours, 24 hour-ish, and
Yeah, not for sure.
know,
My phone on.
get some things
My
together.
phone on.
All right, man.
All right,
Appreciate you.
man. Appreciate you, man. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, man. That was Coach Wayne in the building, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got 43 people in here, 13 likes. Go ahead, hit the like button for me on your way out. Hit the follow and or the subscribe button. Set your notifications. We're going to start doing a little bit more of this. We're going to have some more players that are going to be coming in. We have some new shows that we're getting ready to put out there. So we're getting ready to bring a lot of information here to South Jersey. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am out of here. Enjoy your night, man.